Hey guys, Adam Katz from dogtrainertoolbox.com, as well as the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook. Listen, I have some really exciting news I want to share with you. The interview with Jim Closson is now online. Who is Jim Closson? Well, I wrote out some copy for the sales letter that kind of promotes the interview that I did with Jim Closson that will explain it better than I can just kind of ad lib explain it. But needless to say, when you're starting a new dog training company, it's natural to want to look at the landscape and see who is really successful. Who are those $1 million a year dog trainer, $1 million plus a year dog trainers I can reach out to get advice from, to figure out, what did they do to go from zero to being $1 million dog trainer. And Jim Closson is a fantastic example of that. The problem that you're going to run into as a young trainer, as a new trainer, is that if you try and contact somebody who's super successful in this industry, probably they don't have time to sit on the phone and talk with you for an hour and a half. I'm in kind of a unique position because back in the mid to late 90s, I produced a course, a marketing training course for dog trainers called, at the time it was called How You Can Make $8,000 a Month Training Dogs in Your Neighborhood Park. And we advertised that training program in all of the dog training magazines at the time, Dog Fancy, Dog World, Dog Sport Magazine. And a lot of people who were just getting into the dog industry bought that course. And then over the years went on to make, as the dog training industry kind of bloomed and blossomed, they went on to make hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in some cases. And those people, they know me because they bought that course back when they were just starting out in their business. So I have access to certain people that maybe somebody who's just getting started in the business today wouldn't necessarily have access. And so I've started doing some interviews with these people because, let's face it, life is short. And sometimes, not all of us are going to be around for the next 100 years. So I wanted to kind of document this and really be able to dig deep. And so the first interview that I did is with a gentleman named Jim Closson. And I'm going to read you some of this sales copy here that we wrote because it tells you a little bit about where Jim came from and how he started a business that is doing, in some cases, over $200,000 a month from his little dog training business. So the headline here, in case you can't read it, says, "This man makes over $200,000 a month from his dog training business." Jim Closson has an amazing story. He lost everything twice. Then he went from literally living in his car to making over $200,000 a month with his dog training business. And he talks about this in the interview that we did. Yes, you read that correctly, or you heard that correctly. $200,000 or more a month training dogs. And he did it in Boise, Idaho. So not New York City, not Beverly Hills, not Malibu. He did it in Boise, Idaho. You want to know how he did it? Well, this tell-all 2+ hour interview reveals how he went from living in his car to dog training millionaire. Yes, that's right. For over 2 hours, Jim let me ask him anything, and boy, did I go deep. He revealed how he went from living in his car to making over $200,000 a month, what he discovered in a public library when he was dead broke that ended up catapulting him to success, which, by the way, this book that he found in his local public library is the book that more millionaires cite for their success than any other book. If you haven't read this book, you need to run out and get it like today. Jim's mindset. He reveals what's necessary to succeed in the dog training business. How he answers the phone when desperate dog owners call him. This was just fantastic information. You're not going to get this anywhere else. Where he advertises his dog training business, how he gets free radio and TV coverage and got asked to do a regular spot on his local news channel. The way Jim structures his dog training programs, a subtle subliminal sales technique he always uses to get dog owners to choose his higher priced programs. What he reads to stay motivated and fine-tuned. He's got a library of over 1,200 books. How he structures the dog training programs that he offers, his pricing strategy for upselling his clients into higher priced programs. The one book that opened Jim's eyes to getting the most out of his dog training business, how he screens price shoppers tire kickers, and those dog owners who just don't have the money for his products or services. What made Jim first realize he could make money training dogs? How he structured his business when he first started compared to the way that he does it now, the products and equipment that he offers his clients, and the way he does this is absolutely ingenious. His advice for running an in-person consultation or demo, what types of dog training programs to offer, Jim's favorite non-paid ways to get desperate dog owners to call him, how his receptionist makes sure dog owners show up for their appointments, how to prevent employees from quitting and becoming competitors, which is really important, which media gets him the most leads, where he sees his business in the next 5 years, why he absolutely has no fear about the future. I asked him about his greatest strengths and biggest weaknesses. I asked him the business that he would be in if he wasn't a dog trainer, which was very interesting. His biggest surprise about the dog training industry and what he's doing now to grow his dog training business. So we go over here, what you'll get, basically the 2-hour tell-all interview we did with Jim in streaming flash video. You also get the full interview in MP3 format. And then down here, this is kind of my close. What's the Jim Closson interview today? Yes, Adam, I'm ready to start learning how Jim Closson went from living in his car to dog trainer millionaire, and I want to take advantage of your limited time offer to receive your special introductory price. I understand that if I'm not completely satisfied with the quality of information in this video, you will give me a full refund so that there's no risk to me. I also understand that if I use this information to grow my dog training business, I only need to sign one dog at $1,000 or more to more than 20 times my investment, which, by the way, guys, your average lifetime customer value, what your average customer is worth to you, should be in the ballpark of at least $1,000. So the program is normally priced at $67, but we are offering it for $49.97 for now. And in the PS, and this is absolutely true, it says this info product won't be available forever. At some point, I'll take it down to focus on other projects. So if you want to learn how Jim went from living in his car to making over $200,000 a month training dogs, and you want to grow your dog training business fast, take advantage of this special introductory offer and get this program now. Now, this is all predominantly new information. I had this other course I mentioned that we put out years ago, and some of that information has been reincorporated into these products at Dog Trainer Toolbox. But I would say probably 90% of the information is new, fresh content, fresh strategies as to what's working today. The other thing I want to point out is that I am a serial entrepreneur, and I do have a tendency to, when I get bored with a project, to close it down and move on to other projects. So this information product, especially at this price point, may be included with something else. Maybe we stop offering this and we start offering dog trainer marketing seminars, and we use these info products as bonuses. I don't know at this point. So if this stuff interests you, get it now because it may not be available forever. And again, based on my track record, that's not just like a take action now, like you see on an infomercial. It's more of a testament to my ability to get bored and move on to new projects. So if you have any questions about this interview, feel free to ask at the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook. I just think it's an incredible value for $50. It's like you're getting the opportunity to sit down with a couple of guys, one guy asking the questions, one guy answering the questions, but you're going to be able to learn really what somebody who's super successful in this business and has been there and done that, and absorb that knowledge, which is far in excess of what you're paying to get access to that knowledge. Hey, I'm Adam Katz for Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook, as well as dogtrainertoolbox.com. We will talk to you tomorrow, guys.